welcome. This is an important topic about how to magnetize your message today. And, there's three things you need to be successful in business, three basic things. And that is you need to be able to capture leads and then convert those leads into paying clients and customers and then deliver your services. Okay, so leads, conversion, and delivery. Those are the three basic functions of a business. And in order to generate leads, we have to find a way to stand out, to let our message be heard, and to be seen. One of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make, and maybe you guys can relate to it, how many times have you thought, I'm gonna go live on Facebook, or I'm gonna post something in a group, and then you're a little confused about what should I say? How do I describe what I do? Has that ever happened to any of you? Just type it in the comments if it has. Because I know it has happened to me. And one of the keys in attracting the right people is that our words resonate with them. It's that our words really convey the important message that we have and the value that we have to share. And so how do we do that? Well, language is power. And there's a couple things going on with our language. Without setting an intention before we speak, the words, we're going to talk about words and, what converts and how to use language, but really the important thing is the intention underneath the words. Because how many times have you used a word in a different way, right? Think of the word yes. Yes, when you're excited, or yes, when you're reminded by your child or somebody that you need to do something, right? It's not the word, it's the intention underneath it. So we first need to be clear in our intention. And if our intention is just to go get somebody to sign up for our stuff, that's going to be communicated through your words. So the intention comes first. What is your intention on a deep level for your own clients and customers? What is your intention at the core level for your purpose in the world? What is your intention in delivering your purpose through this type of business? And I apologize if I'm a little soft. I'm hoping my voice will stay with me. It's been in and out. So hopefully I'll set the intention that it's going to stay strong. And I'll say the word strong with strength. So that's a little example, right? So we set the intention, your purpose, your business, your message. Message is number 3, after you know what it is you really want to deliver to your clients, what it is that you really want to do in the world. And when we do that, then we choose powerful words, because words are, the intention is the fuel for this vehicle of communication called language. And language is powerful. We create in our mind with words, the words we tell ourselves, on paper with words, and in communication, verbally with words. So what are some really great words that you can use once you've set the intention? A few years back, I think it was maybe 2008 or maybe 2009, I launched a program that got all kinds of attention, and it was called Inside the Mysteries of Success. And I interviewed people who were successful. And I have to tell you a secret about how I came up with that title. And this is a secret that you guys can all use. Would you like a quick way to come up with a title for a program or a blog post or even a Facebook Live? Say yes. Let me know you're here. Talk to me a little bit. Hi, Nula. Good to see you. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Mike. Hi, Royce. So do you guys feel what I'm saying? Like, does your language ever hold you back? And, it can completely stop you from doing something that you're great at, but you're just unclear about how to communicate it. So I was standing in the line at the grocery store and I was looking at the magazine rack, and the science magazine had this title, Inside the Mysteries of the Universe. And I was like, you know, the job of a magazine when you're standing in a checkout stand, the job of the front page, the cover of that magazine is to get you to buy it. And so if you start looking at, you know, when you're out and about, or you can go online and look at some magazines, you'll see powerful words and how they use it. And I'm going to give you some different categories and some different ways that you could use these. But I also want to give you the tool that powerful language is all around you, and it is being used in marketing. You know, what other industry can tell you that what they sell might kill you, and smile while, you know, have people smiling on a bike as they're selling a pharmaceutical drug, right? It's because of the intention underneath. It's because of the language that they're using. So that was my aha when I converted that magazine's title into my program's title, Inside the Mysteries of Success. In fact, it became a whole little project for me to interview people and really discover what's inside success. So that's the first clue, is to look around you and use the valuable information that's all around you already for your own business. So curiosity and spaciousness are the next things that I want to talk about. And maybe you've heard me talk about that before. There are qualities and attributes that we bring out when we're communicating with someone. And two of my favorite to use in life really are curiosity and spaciousness. I want you to think for a minute how it feels when you're curious. Think about the last time you were curious. How did that feel? Can you recall how that felt? It kind of, to me, it feels like kind of like childlike, right? In awe of what might happen. So it's a really fun place to be, and people like to be curious because we're naturally curious. So think about what kind of communication you can deliver that evokes curiosity. And then the second quality is spaciousness. Once we're curious, in order to stay open, we want to provide a lot of space for the other person and stay in curiosity. Like, oh, I wonder what they'll say. I wonder how they see it. Isn't that an interesting perspective? Wow, I never would have thought of it that way. And we can use that same, we want to evoke that same feeling in our messaging, where people feel like there's a safety to communicating with you. Even if it's written in a blog, like you can just feel that that person holds space for you. You can just feel that that person is curious about you, rather than they are trying to push information down your throat or feed you information. It's the complete opposite, actually. So what words create this experience for people of curiosity and spaciousness? I'm going to take a drink. You guys think of some words that maybe you've used to create curiosity when you're communicating. And type those in while I hydrate. I'll check to see what you're saying. Hello, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you could make it. I know sometimes the comments have a little lag time. Oh, let's see. I think that Kristen might. Is your mic unmuted?
Dawn, welcome.
I'm unmuted.
Hold on, guys. When I refresh the screen, I have to mute myself. That's kind of weird.
You know, sometimes the comments have a little lag time.
Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay, so curiosity and spaciousness. Try to think of some examples and go ahead and type them in. And while you're doing that, I'm going to continue on. Secret, intriguing, Kristen says. Did you know? Mike says, yes. Questions in general create curiosity, right? And then insider secrets, Kristen says, or insider strategies. The word insider evokes curiosity, like, what do they have going on? Maybe I don't know. A great way to create curiosity, and Kristen alluded to this, is to ask powerful questions. And the most powerful questions start with the word what, because it evokes our right brain and we have to think of the answer and paint the picture in our mind. So the first thing we want to do is create curiosity and spaciousness once we've set the intention. Now I have a great little book here. Has anybody ever, can you guys see that? Is it the right way? Hopefully you can see it. Words that sell. Awesome. This is a great book, and what I love about this book is it breaks it into different categories. So you can look through here and say, I am going to, I need a word that's really powerful. And they'll have a list of them. They have impact, primitive, high voltage. So you can look up different words that convey the feeling that you are wanting to communicate to your audience. Before we start looking up words, we want to understand the feeling that we want to convey to our audience. So think of your, whatever niche you're in, whatever industry you're in, what is the feeling, what is the emotion that your client is looking for when they're out, or just to address, maybe they don't even expect to see you, maybe they see you on their newsfeed in Facebook, and it catches their eye because there's a problem that they have, that the way you said something connected to them. It's important to know that. So what is that for your client? And it really comes down to four main areas. Kristen, I think your mic's open. It comes down to four main areas, and that is money. They want to make more money. Time, they want to recapture some of their time. Maybe they want to move out of a career and into a business or have more time freedom. Third, they want to improve their health. And fourth, they want to improve their relationships. So what are the symptoms that show up for your clients in any of those areas that you are able to solve? Then you want to think of words that will convey curiosity while addressing the solution. So an example would be, like, let's use some powerful words like blast through your health challenges in 2018, or surprise is a great word. Like, you'll be surprised at these 3 tips. People love numbers, so you can add a number. You'll be surprised at these three non-traditional tips. Non-traditional conveys sort of insider, like we were talking about, or exclusive, or just a different way that maybe they hadn't thought of. You'll be surprised by these 3 non-traditional tips to marketing. Join me here. So what we're doing, rather than saying, come to my training to help me solve your marketing problems, that doesn't have the energy in it to convey the curiosity that we want. So we have to play with our words. We get to play with our words. And think about the demographic you're serving as well. So if you have more of a sophisticated luxury demographic, words like polished, refined, or if you're trying to convey that message in your brand, those are more sophisticated words. If you have something brand new to bring out, maybe you would use the words innovative, cutting edge, just released, those type of words, which would help people feel like this is new. So if you're market is somebody who loves innovation and wants to always be in front of the bell-shaped curve, then words that address newness would be a great choice for you. Romantic words make you kind of feel floaty, like wondrous, captivating. Think of the feeling, again, that you want to convey. So what words are you guys coming up with for yourselves as I'm talking? Are you coming up with some ideas? Type them in. And then I'm going to give you the third key. And that is, well, let me check and give you a chance here. I'm not going to refresh, even though it helps me see the comments sooner, but it unmutes me. Don says, yes, our words are very important. They contain life or death, blessings or cursings, etc. And then she has some Bible. She references the Bible. Yes, they do, Don. That's so true. They do contain life or death, blessings or curses, and everything in between, right? That's why we're talking about wonderment or secret or mystery. So think about what are some words you could use with your market. And I want you to go ahead and take a minute and just write some down. What feeling, start with the feeling that you want to evoke in your market, and then write down some words that come to mind that will create that feeling. And while you do that, I'm going to show you another secret. I'm going to screen share here in just a minute. Hopefully this will work. And if you guys have questions, just go ahead and type them in. All right. So for the third tip that I want to give you, oh, hold on, let me read this. I'm feeling that I want to evoke the feeling of connection with their audience, the feeling of relationship. That's where the notion of smart marketing with heart came from. That's awesome. So connection with their audience and relationship, both of those are connected to the value connection. So let's see if we can just look up some words for you and use this as a great example. I don't know if connection, oh, here's one. Belonging or membership. So welcome, mingle, share, friends, companions. Those are some of the words in this book. What I'm thinking is asking powerful questions that start with the word what, that have them feel the relationship aspect of what you're conveying, you know. What's the most important thing for you to create with your audience? When's the last time you felt is also a great question. Or do you remember feeling? That's the great start to a question. So for Kristen's smart marketing with heart, you really want to convey that feeling of from your heart. And so you want to touch on emotions that people will feel in their heart and use the words that you personally would come up with. Now there's hundreds and thousands of words that we can all use. When you tap into it and sit down and go through this process that I've explained, where you set the intention and then you think about your audience like Kristen just did so brilliantly, and then how do you want to convey that message? What will create curiosity as you're conveying it? And how can you help them feel like there's space People naturally feel like there's space for them when you ask questions without stacking them, like question after question, or without leading them. Here's a question for you because is a leading question. I want to know, blah, blah, blah. That just closed the spaciousness. When you just ask the question and you're open to whatever the answer is, people feel safe. All right, so the third tip I want to give you, and then we're going to pop over and answer questions, is I'm going to show you. Let's see. There we go. All right, can you guys see my screen? Oh, you can see my whole screen, can't you? That's not good. That's going to be confusing. Let me try that again. I just want it. I think that should do it. All right. Yeah, I think it's right now. Okay, great. Perfect. I think you can see Amazon. Is that true? Yes. Awesome. All right. So here's a little tip for you. When you are creating programs or a training and you are mapping out maybe some stats or you're categorizing your information, head on over to Amazon. And I just typed in health books. And what we want to do is we want to sort these books by, do you see down here, customer review? We just want the top one, the ones with the most reviews and the highest reviews, because we know those are selling. We know, and we want to look for 499 people have reviewed this one, 961 have reviewed this one, 2,432 have reviewed this one. Let's take a look at this. How Not to Die. That's a pretty good title, isn't it? Discover, right? That's a powerful word. The food scientifically proven, so that creates a factual feeling, to prevent and reverse disease. So this book doesn't say how to stay healthy. This is a really great example of using powerful words in their message, not how to. Remember, people will buy vitamins, people will buy painkillers hands down more often than they will buy vitamins. So people want a solution to their pain rather than a preventative measure, which is so interesting because right above we have sort of the preventative nutritional healing book. And right here we have the How Not to Die. So we see some really good skill in how they've titled it. Now what the secret is for you when you're putting together a training, let's say you're a health coach. Go find a book that's been highly rated by, a lot of people. 2,400 is a good number. And then it has this little look inside. And what we want to see is the table of contents. So I clicked on the left. And you can see what they've done here. How not to die from. And so they've listed all of the different diseases. Then in part 2, they're listing the daily dozen. Here, let's go look at another example. That's what people are buying. Here's one. That's only got 191. Let's see if we can find some. These are getting into more food. Let's look at Kristen's example of marketing books. Same thing, we're going to click on the highest review rankings and then look for, Here's one, GoPro, 3,605 stars. Doesn't that just make you kind of want to buy it? Let's look at how they did that. GoPro 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. You notice they used a number in there. 7 steps. People love numbers. It starts to make sense. It's not wide and confusing. It's like, okay, we're going to go through 7 steps. Let's see what the steps are. We're going to go in. Oh, does it not? Maybe this one you can't look in. You have to listen. I don't think you can see the table of contents on this one. Let's get down here. Look at this one, #1 bestseller. Check this one out. See if we can look inside. Yeah, look inside. Get over your damn self. The no BS blueprint to building a life-changing business. A life-changing business. That's a powerful word. No BS. That's powerful. Okay. Royce says he loves the book GoPro. I haven't read it. Thanks for joining us, Mike. I know you mentioned earlier that you'd have to leave. Nula, what would your life be like if you could finally master the energy of money? Oh, that's good. Release the struggle and lack. I'm releasing an innovative new program which uses proven techniques to help you become magnetic to money. How does that feel, Nula? Do you see how you've taken those words and you've really empowered your message by sprinkling them through and creating a feeling in your messaging? That's a great example. Congratulations on that. So let's see what's inside Get Over Your Damn Self. So if I'm a marketing person and I'm putting together a program, I'm going to go over here and click on Table of Contents. We already have market research right here. This is what people bought, read, gave 5 stars to. I think this was a 5-star. 5 stars to. So of 456 people, every one of them gave this a 5-star rating. So we've got some good market information, don't we? Why people fail and why that ain't going to be you. So do you notice what this author is doing? They're bringing their personality out. Also, get over your damn self. They're using the word damn. They're using the word ain't gonna. So there's some branding in there. Why are you here? Your life, your list is your life. Make it a long one. So you can start to go through and see that, they're going pretty deep into the why, the story, the how to talk. And when you're, not that you're going to take what they've done, but you're going to be able to see this is what's selling. And as I'm creating my program, it's going to help you write down some topics. You already know by looking at this failure, stories. So if that's part of your training, you can see that it's selling, and that gives you a good indication that, or even in a blog post, right? That's a good indication that it's something that people want. And then use your own language, like Nula just did, with these different words that are powerful to create your own, not that you're writing a book, you could be, but your own breakdown of the training if you're doing 3 steps. The 3 reasons people fail and how to overcome it. You know that people are looking at why do people fail. You know that people are looking at why are you here. At least 456 people are looking. So that's my 3rd tip, is to go ahead and use Amazon to research what's your market responding to. All right, so I'm going to summarize, and then we're going to pop over to the Zoom to answer questions. Set your intention for yourself, for your business, and for your message. Step 1. Number 2, use powerful language that evokes a feeling of curiosity and spaciousness. And I gave you some examples with that. You can get this book if you want some help. I should put a link there, but I will. I'll put it in the comments after we're done. And then check out Amazon and see what market research has already been done for you and bring that back when you're writing your blogs or your sales page or doing the training. So let me check and see what questions or comments we have. If you guys, I'll stop the screen share here and see what you have to say. Let's see. All right, let me go over here. I am going to just refresh this screen. So if you guys hear me again, it's because the audio automatically comes on when I refresh on Facebook. There you go. I was quick. Okay, I don't see any updates there. Let me check in the group. Unleashed Entrepreneurs, what say you? There's Nula. Mute myself. Oh, there we go. All right. It looks like we've answered any questions and you guys have shared. So I'll put a link to that book in after we're done with the Q&A portion, which is over on Zoom with my clients. And for now, just really set the intention for yourself that your words will be powerful, that you will choose language that conveys the truth of who you are and the message that you have for the world and the purpose that you are here to deliver, and that you will take all of that and use that language in your messaging. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back next week. Bye for now.